Jesse,
Zach,
how are you, my friend?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi.
how's life?
It's raining.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's pretty good. But it's raining.
It's not raining here. It's actually a pretty nice day, all day.
What did you do today?
Nothing. Nothing of worth mentioning.
Same.
Yeah.
I was gonna
How's
do
your
stuff, but it rained, so
how is family or whatever?
um sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you get to see them often? Your family?
Yeah, I usually go and visit at like Christmas and Easter and stuff.
Okay. Most holidays, most big holidays.
Yeah. How often do you see your family?
Um, it depends. Past major holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Um, so I mean, it depends. Once again, like I live really close to my sister. Like we see, but my brother, my dad, my grandparents, they're in New York, so I haven't seen them in a year and a half. I saw them last Christmas 2015,
Huh?
and then I mean, I have some family down here that I don't really see or talk to much at all. So,
I see.
so not often, not often. I don't see them often. It used to be more when my mom was around. Much less now. Uh, Sorry, I'm having more than one conversation.
I'm watching Netflix.
What are you watching?
F is for family.
I've never seen that.
It's about a family in the 70s.
Mm. I had this weird dream the other day, and now I
About
can't
what?
remember it. I'm trying to remember it, but I can't. I should have wrote it down. It was so clear in my mind, and it's funny because I don't remember dreams often, but I had like a weird sleep schedule going on. I don't even know. Like I came home from work and I fell asleep and like didn't wake up until like I don't know midnight or something. I don't know. It was weird, but I had this weird sleep schedule going where like I was kind of waking up at like midnight and then like eating food and then going back to sleep. Anyway, so it was like what time? Time. I don't know. All I know is I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I like just had this whole dream in my head. It was just like, wow, that was a lot. And now I can't remember. It was a few days ago. But I had texted my friend because he was in it. And and I sent him this weird, creepy text like, hey, I had a dream. You were in it. And now I'm just wanting to say hi. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know, because I'm just weird like that. And he never responded. So I texted him back
Oh,
like, "Hey, did I freak you out?" He was like, "No." She's like, "Well, I don't remember anything now. All I remember is like I don't know. There was like this almost like a flea market, but not really. It was like a it had that vibe to it where it's just like a lot of people. But I've never been to anything like it. It was an indoor warehouse and like a lot of furniture that you can buy. It was like a marketplace or something. It was weird. I've never been anywhere like that, but it was in my dream. And I remember he was there, my friend, and he was there with like someone else. And then like I think his mom was there. If you knew his mom, she's kind of crazy. And
yeah.
I don't know, like I hadn't seen him in like a really, really, really long time or like talked to him or anything, which is kind of true for like our current relationship. I haven't seen him in a while. But I mean, we talk sporadically. Um, and like he was just kind of like brushing me off. Like he didn't want to talk to me and I was just like so upset. But then like there was other stuff happening in the dream too, but I can't remember anything else. I just remember being mad at him. And like there was just so much other stuff going on and I wish I could remember it, but I can't because it sucks.
Were you mad at him in real life?
What?
Were you mad at him in real life?
No, I'm not mad at him.
You're supposed to get mad at him for something that he did in a dream.
I'm supposed to get mad at him for the dream. No,
Yeah.
I felt sad and I missed him a lot. I miss my friend like that. That's how I felt. So that's why I sent him the text because I really missed him, not because I was mad at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the rest of the dream. It was long and crazy. I'm so upset at myself for not writing it down. I couldn't find my journal at the time, or my journal wasn't handy. Like it wasn't immediately readily available to me. It was like in my bag in the next room, and I didn't want to get up because I was tired. So I just,
Mm.
yeah, and now I don't remember any of it. Gosh darn. I just remember a lot of people, and I don't remember anything else. Anyway, do you have crazy dreams? What's your last crazy dream you've had
Um,
that you remember?
I, I don't remember any at the moment. Although I did remember one recently, but I kind of forgot it.
Such is life.
I usually forget them by the end of the day.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
even
me
if I
too.
remember it,
Yeah,
I'll usually forget it like as soon as I wake up. Or if I do remember it, I'll probably forget it by the end of the day.
right. I wish I remembered this one. It was so, I don't know. I'm trying to remember it, but it was so clear that I really thought I would remember it. That's how clear it was. I was just like, well, I'll remember it. I don't want to get up. I'm tired. Bye, Carolyn.
I
I have a question. Who is Anna? Why is she always on? And why have I never talked to her?
Anna's the raw room.
Anna is the raw room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have
No.
no idea what the Anna is, but
Why? Why would they name it Anna or her Anna?
I don't know.
And give her a INFP 258 SO/SP.
I,
Why?
I
Why
don't
do
know.
that?
I do not know.
That's kind of hilarious now that I know that because I didn't realize that. I feel stupid. Like, why is Anna? Why is someone named Anna always there? Always, duh. Because it's the bot. Yeah. So it's funny that you're in here
Yeah,
because no one was in the first room. Yeah. I was trying to hit up Ken see if he wanted to Skype, but he hasn't responded to me.
uh,
He's a horrible person.
yeah. Ken's pretty much the worst.
Yes, he is such a horrible person.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Um,
I forgive you.
you forgive me.
Do you still have all your grandparents?
Nope.
Wait, I already asked you this when I was driving.
Yep, you did. I have my father's mom and my father's dad, but he is in a mental hospital with like dementia, Alzheimer's, something.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah, I'm not super close to my family. I don't know. I used to be. It's really sad. I don't know, reach out to more people maybe. Maybe. And then like I used to have like friends would be like my family, but like now I don't even have that.
I feel like I avoided my family. Like,
You, you what,
well,
your
when
family?
I was growing up,
You
I sort of
supported them? You
no,
what?
I avoided them.
Oh, avoided them.
Like when I was growing up, and my mum or my parents would drag me along to like my grandmother's house and like see all of my family and stuff. I always thought that was kind of like boring, and like I
Yeah.
just wanted to be like an introvert and not do that. And so like when I finally moved out of my mum's house and became more independent, then I sort of just cut myself off from like most of the family. And then now that my grandmother's died, it's like I feel really bad about that.
Mm, yeah, I mean, when I was young, like my dad's family, there are a lot of older people, and like there's not a lot of people my age at all. Or the people who are closest to my age are like guys. Like my brother is 5 years older than me, and then I have a cousin who is, I don't know, a few years older than me. Like him and my brother would hang out a lot. And even the one cousin I had who was my age, who was also a guy, he would hang out with them, even though like he was younger. And like they kind of would like leave me. They'd be like, "Oh, you're a girl. I'm gonna go do my thing," and they'd be out. And I'd be like, "But what about me?" And like I'd be so sad. So I would almost always have a friend in tow. Like whenever we had like Christmas, Thanksgiving, like whatever we had there at my grandmother's house, like I would almost always have someone with me, a friend with me, because I was just, I mean, I was a social being, but I didn't want to socialize with all the adults. Like there were only adults there. That's really it.
Mm.
And like I said, my two cousins, my brother, and then I had cousins who were a lot older than me, because the way like my dad's family was, it was like my grandfather had, oh, he was like one of 12, one of 13 or something like that, and he was the second youngest, like second from the youngest, only one younger than him. So like all of his brothers and sisters had kids, but they were all like, all their kids were older than his kids. And then when his kids had kids, we were all younger than the other grandkids. So it's kind of like, like basically, it's almost like I'm in an in between spot, right? Where there's like babies and there's adults, and then there was me right there at like, I don't know, 12 or something. Like I was 12, and then you had like people who were like my age and up, like 25 and up. And then you had like babies who were like, those people's kids, right? And there was no one my age. I was just
Mm.
like, dang, like,
I think I was quite lucky to have like a lot of cousins around my age.
yeah, it sucked. Well, on my mother's side, there were a few people my age, but it's a little bit simpler. Like my mom was one of six. She was the second oldest. But the thing is, she had me really old. So all of my cousins are my sister's age, right? My sister and my brother. So they're all older than me too. But it's like, but it's not as far away. So like I'm the youngest, I'm like one of the youngest cousins, right? But I'm not the youngest. My cousin Tyela, she's actually the youngest. She's like 21 now, 20, something like that. I think she's 21. She's the youngest of the cousins in our generation. And then, but the generation after me, they're also my age. So it's not so bad, because like my cousins who are in their 40s had kids young who are my age.
So they're like your second cousin.
They're my second cousins, but they're my age, and I'm closer to them
I've
than I
got
am
the
to their
same sort
parents.
of thing. Like,
Yeah.
for some reason, one of my cousins is like 50. And so I've got two second cousins that are like around my age. Like,
Yeah,
one's a
I
few
have.
years younger, but they're my second cousins, which is really weird.
Yeah, I have one, two. Well, I have at least. Oh, I mean, two that I can think of off the top of my head. Is it only two? They're also, but here's the thing: they're also guys, right? So it's like, dang, can't catch a break. Oh, and my nephew, ready? My nephew, who is technically the generation after me, is only 3 years younger than me. He was like my little brother growing up. Like, come on. So yeah, but I mostly hung out with like on that side of family. I hung out more with them, my guy. two guy cousins. They were less like, oh, little girl, go away. They were less like that. Even then, I still always had a friend in tow, always, because they were still guys. Like, and that's not a bad thing. It's just, but when you're at that age where you're like 9 years old, you don't want to hang out with a whole bunch of guys. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah,
you're growing up as a kid. I
unless
mean,
you're a tomboy.
well, here's the thing. They didn't always want me there. Like, especially as they got older into their teenage years because they're older than me, but not by a lot. But, they'd hang out with my brother who is 5 years older than me. So, like, when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, he was 18. Like, think about that. Think about an 18-year-old guy. He don't want to hang out with his 13-year-old sister. Come on now. Like, I mean, maybe
Yeah,
at home, but when he wants to go out, he wants to go out. He wants to find girls. So, like, he would take my cousins, like they were closer to his age. They were 16, and like he would take them. I was still little sister, you know.
I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, I never. Yeah, so I always had to have a friend, always. But Taila, she's 4 years younger than me, my cousin T. So we hung out a little bit. Me, her, and my nephew, who's 3 years younger than me. Like as far as family goes, I was probably closest to them. They were closest to my age. But my nephew was, like I said, an annoying little brother. But T was cool. But now we've kind of grown apart because she's like, I don't know, she's into like weed, which is fine. I'm not against marijuana at all, but I don't know. She's just different than she's not a kid anymore. We're
She's
just
into
into
like
different
some
stuff.
kind of different culture.
Yeah, she's just different cultural stuff. Like she's really into like kind of I don't know. She's hip hop. Like she's she's not ghetto, but she kind of is. Like she's I don't know.
She a gangster.
No, I wouldn't call her a gangster,
Has she ever done
but
any drive-bys?
no, no.
Oh,
See, it's not that serious. Like it's not that that hardcore, if that makes sense.
mm.
But like that's her attitude is that of a female in that type of situation, yeah.
I see.
Whereas like maybe some of the guys she hangs out with possibly could have been in a drive-by situation, maybe, but maybe not. But they act like it, even if they haven't. If that makes sense, that's their
Right.
attitude. That's the way they carry themselves. It's very hood. So I mean, she's really into hip hop. She's really into like she raps. That's what I mean when I say she's really into hip hop. Like she's really into it, not just listens to it. Like
Yeah.
um, what else does she do? I don't know. I haven't really talked to her in years, so I mean, she's still T, but she's not. She's different. She's grown up.
I see.
Yeah. So there's that. So that's pretty much my family. So I always had friends. So friends were always family. Like we go on family vacations when I was younger, and I would always have a friend. Um, like everything we did, I always had a friend. So like friends became like an extinction of my family. Like I always had friends.
So like your parents would let you bring a friend on a vacation?
Yeah, yeah. Like when we went on vacations, I would bring a friend.
Would they like
Well,
would
it
they
depends. It
encourage
depended on
that?
what it was, right? No, but okay. Here's my thing. We had a timeshare. Um, in Pocono Mountains. We went there every year, and I would always bring a friend. So that was like
Huh?
our year. Every year we would go on vacation to the same place, and yes, I always had a friend there. It was like a house. Like we got to, pack up all of our stuff, and then like it was like a house that we went to for a
Yeah.
week every year. So yeah, I always got to bring a friend with me, but not like if we
So
had to get
that's
on
what
a
a
plane.
timeshare is. It's just where you own it for a certain period every year.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I own it. We
Uh,
owned it for a week every year.
mm,
But not not if we got on a plane. Like if we got on a plane, no, that's different. My mother wasn't like gonna pay for their ticket or whatever. But I mean, that being said, if they were willing to pay for their ticket, then yeah, I probably could have brought a friend. My mother, yeah, she probably would have allowed that. But if they could pay their way. But with our timeshare, they didn't really have to pay their way. I mean, they did, they had to bring spending money, but that's pretty much it because we drove there and then, it was a house, we had beds and pull-out couches and, we had everything we needed at the house. So yeah.
I miss going away with my family.
Yeah, me too. Now I'm thinking of our weekly our yearly vacation, whatever it was. It was fun times. But so yeah, so just to say, anyway, growing up, my friends were my family. Like even so, like that's kind of like how I lived my life. Like even like when I was in college and stuff, like that's how I treat my friends. Like they're my family. And then so now, right now, being without like a friend base is really weird. It feels weird.
Mm.
There's just no one around, just like my sister, and that's pretty much it.
I'll be a friend.
Aw, sure. But at the same time, it's different, you know? Not having someone in immediate or immediate whatever surroundings, maybe surroundings. Because technically, my friends from New York are still my friends, but, I don't see them. I talk to them a lot less. So, what else is up, Zach?
Um, well, later on today, I'm going to catch up with some people with whom I do volunteer work sometimes.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do?
Catch up and drink.
Catch up and drink. You're going to like a bar.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. Zach, did you ever look into your astrological birth chart?
Is that like your star sign?
Yeah, but more than that, yeah. Remember,
Mm,
I was like looking into it for you, but never did.
I think so. I'm a Leo, but I'm like on the cusp of the other one.
Of Leo and Virgo or Leo and Cancer?
Leo and Virgo.
Leo and Virgo. When's your birthday?
22nd of August.
August 22nd. Okay. Sounds fun.
I was born at like 11 p.m. Eastern Australia time.
Mm. I remember looking up your birth chart, but I don't remember what it said. I think I remember your sun and moon. Your sun is Leo and your moon is Pisces. And I remember because Kodo's the same. He's a sun in Leo, moon in Pisces.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anything else. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I wrote it down. Because I might have, because I'm that crazy of a person. Did I? Did I? No, I don't think I did. No, I wrote down Ken's and Eric's. That's it. Oh, I'm like back on my astrology kick.
Tell me about my astrology.
Leo.
Tell me my
Oh,
future.
wait. No, that's not astrology. That is crap horoscopes that nobody listens to. No one who's really into astrology pays attention to horoscopes. Um,
What about numerology?
I don't know much about numerology, but I'm interested in learning.
That seems like the only one that's legit to me
Really?
because someone said like numbers, like because the universe works on like frequency and like vibrations and shit. The closest thing we have to measure those vibrations is the numbers, and so it would make sense that important numbers like your birth date and stuff are like in like the letters in your name when you convert them to numbers are like ones that tell you something about like the vibrations and the like all that stuff because they're important numbers that stay with you for your whole life. So they're the
Right.
ones that are going to mean something, like be able to tell you something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I definitely would like to dig into numerology, but right now I'm digging into astrology. And along with MBTI and Enneagram, that's enough. That being said, I haven't really done much research regarding not Enneagram, regarding MBTI lately. I have just been kind of digging into astrology and Enneagram.
Tell me my astrology.
Tell you your astrology. You're funny. Hold on, I want to put in your birth chart, or I want to look it up real fast. 22nd of August, 90 what?
1994.
Cool. And what time? 11 p.m.
Yes.
Around 11 p.m. Are you sure of this time?
Um, yes.
No. All right. What
Sure,
city?
sure, sure, I'm sure.
Sure, you're sure. What city?
Maryborough, Queensland,
I don't
Australia.
know how to spell that.
Mary
Uh huh.
Bor,
Is it one word or two?
one word.
Bor. Okay, I see it.
Ough.
It came up.
No.
Okay, let's see. Blah blah blah. Show this. And don't show this because I don't know what that really means. Um. Oh, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Dang. Okay, wait, that's a little bit too much. Okay. You are Sun in Leo, 29 degrees Leo. Wow, you're definitely on the cusp. Your Mercury is in Virgo. Your moon is in Pisces, right? I
Where
remember
is
that.
my Uranus?
Your Uranus is in Capricorn, with along with most of the people born from like 92 to 95 or even longer because oh wait, yeah, I forgot how often it changes signs. It changes signs.
What about my Pluto?
Your Pluto should be in Scorpio. I believe you're in Pluto Scorpio generation. Yes, you are.
Because
As
Pluto
am I.
moves really slow.
Yes, I think it changes signs every 12 to 15 years.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's like a generational um, sign.
yeah,
Or it might be longer than that. I don't even know. Saturn changes signs every 2 to 3 years.
I see.
So most people don't even really, a lot of people don't even really talk about what comes after Saturn. Like they'll just talk about Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. They won't even talk about like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are like generational planets because
I
they take
see.
so long to change. They affect like your whole generation of people. Yeah, so your Venus is in what is that? Libra? Interesting. Venus in Libra.
Why
Do
is that
you
interesting?
appreciate harmony? I don't know. It's
I
right in
love
the middle.
harmony.
You will love harmony.
Yeah.
And your Mars is in Cancer? Oh, that's kind of a weird what's the word?
So isn't Mars like how much of a leader you are, sort of thing?
Mars, yeah, it has to do with like aggressive energy
So it's
and
weird
like
because Cancer is not like that at all.
yeah, pretty much. Cancer
That's
is about
funny
like the
because like
home and
I feel like
nurturing.
I'm very like polar in a lot of things. Like I like extreme opposites for some reason.
Do you?
It seems to be like a common theme in my life.
I wish. Oh wait, this website doesn't tell you the what's it called, the aspects. It draws them, but it doesn't tell you them, and I don't know how to read them.
Yeah,
So I might need to go on a new website and look again.
yeah.
But okay, but I could tell you where your signs are. I could tell you your ascendant is Taurus. Your Taurus ascendant.
What does that mean?
Your ascendant is like it's like your outer appearance, but it's not just physical appearance. It's like how you present yourself to the outside world.
Uh,
It's like yeah, that's a good description of it, I guess. Some people give it more weight, some people give it less weight. It depends on what person you're listening to. I mean, I definitely believe your ascendant is important. Um, it has to do with the time of your birth. So, like, if you were born, it's okay. It's where the sun is. It's where. Okay, wait. How do I describe it? It's where the sun was in the sky when you were born, if that makes sense. So like if the sun was rising, then you're gonna be an Aries ascendant or Aries rising.
uh,
Um, but like if it was, I don't know. You know what? I think yours is a little bit different because you're in the southern hemisphere. I think it might be a little bit different for you guys, to be honest.
mm,
But I'm not sure exactly how it's calculated if you're in some southern hemisphere. But for the northern hemisphere, if you're born when the sun is coming up, pretty much you're going to be Aries rising, and then every 2 hours it changes. So, like, I don't really know off the top of my head, but if it's like, if it, and it also depends on what time of the year it was. For example, I was born in the winter, so the sun comes up, rises later in the winter. So I'm an Aries rising, but I wasn't born until like 10:30 in the morning, but the sun was still rising. But I'm at the very end of it. So like if I was born a little bit later, I would have been a Taurus rising. And then like 2 hours after that would have been a Gemini rising and so on and so forth. Like 2 hours, every 2 hours it changes.
So how do
Around
they define like when you were born? Like, what exactly is the thing that makes it you're officially born now?
I don't know. I guess when they cut the cord or something. I just go by my birth. I just go by my birth certificate, to be honest. But I don't know. Different people define it different ways. I wish I knew. Because a lot of people say that the time of conception is actually what matters more. But then like I've heard like a lot of astrologers be like, oh no, the time of your actual birth because that is like when you're being presented to like the world or whatever. Or like I don't know, that's when you're seeing the earth. That's when you're
How many people know their time of conception?
no, and that's the other thing. No one knows their time of conception. So this is like the alternative that is being offered. Like you can't really look up your time of conception, but you can look up your time of birth, or
You could
your.
have a very awkward conversation with your parents.
I'm sure. Mom, Dad, when was I conceived? Well, son, we really don't know because we were just going
Actually,
at it that entire week, and
I know I know
what happened?
someone who named a kid Splendor
Say,
because
wait,
I
I didn't
know
hear that.
I know a woman who named her child Splendor or
Uh huh.
something because she was conceived at a festival called Splendor in the Grass.
Hmm. Okay,
She,
let me
she
look.
gave her like a hippie name because she's a hippie.
He gave her a hippie name.
Yep.
Ugh. I want to name my first daughter Aria.
Why is that?
I don't know. Because it means air. It's like a song. It's a song in Italian. It's an Italian song.
What's it about? Air?
Hmm?
Is it
And
about
I like
air?
the name. Yeah, it's an air. Like the song is an air. It's not it's a style of song and yeah, that's it. It's just a style of song.
I know an ISFP called Aria.
Cool. That sounds like an ISFP name, Aria. Maybe my daughter would be an ISFP because I named her that.
Yep. Yeah, it turns out MBTI is just completely derived from astrology. So.
I think it is. I think MBTI is derived from astrology. I totally do.
Yeah. I think
Um,
MBTI is like the other end of the spectrum where we're trying to figure out things using like logic that we've like cobbled together with like in the last like 50 years. But then astrology is like a deeper understanding of the universe.
yeah.
It comes from like ancient like religion and like mysticism and stuff. Well, or like ancient like things that we don't really regard as like science in this day and
I
age.
mean, yeah, but why not? Like, who said it was wrong? And what proof did they have? Let me stop.
Well, it's main. I think it's just that it's really like old, and it kind of as it
But
gets
old does not
older and
mean
older.
wrong. Old
I'm not
does
saying
not
it's
mean
wrong.
wrong.
I'm saying that as it gets older, people kind of like because people's idea of what's correct kind of shifts, and like as our idea of like truth kind of changes over time, so does our willingness to accept things that are, were sort of accepted in the past. Like we're more likely to turn to like modern science than to ancient like science or whatever.
Spell Maryborough again, or however the heck you say it.
Mary
Mhm.
BOR.
Yeah, it's not coming up this time on this website.
OUGH.
And should I put in Queensland or should I put in Australia?
Queensland is the state. Maybe just type in Brisbane because that's the closest capital city.
Oopsie. Okay. The other place pulled it up. I mean, the other thing pulled it up really easy. The other website. This website, though. Okay. I found your aspects.